Hey everybody, welcome back. Here we are, back on the farm. It's a day off for me, so I'm out here getting everything going again for the small line, the short line. I just put a couple new sets in. I've already got all the old sets going, so we'll see what happens. I'll check in with you later. Um, who knows, maybe this will be our week. We'll see what happens. Let me show you where I put these couple new sets. So I'm actually in the corner of our farm, which there's a real narrow path, area through here, maybe, I don't know what that is, maybe 30, 40 yards tops. And the dogs love that path. So I've got a trap right basically due east of me right now. I would like to trap that corner, but they've built two houses just in the last couple of years that are basically, if I catch a dog in there, they're overlooking that, like straight on. You can absolutely just see that dog there. So I came back here just a little bit. It doesn't look like it from this angle, but the tree line there kind of curves a little bit. You can actually see it a little better over there. So it's actually out of their view. So I don't know. We'll see. That property right there is owned by probably the biggest dairy farm in the county. I got permission to trap around his property, around my property, a couple, 3 years ago. I don't do it very often just because I like to just kind of stay on my own property. But this year, with the dogs being down, look at there, somebody's using a tree stand on my property. That's another reason I don't really mind doing it. You see that ladder right there? That's great. So my property ends, right about where that tree is. He leases all of his land out for hunting. And what his hunters usually do, since most of the trees on our fence line are on my property, they sit on my property and hunt on his. So I guess if anybody has anything to say about me putting one dog trap out on his land, I guess I'll just have to start collecting tree stands that are put on my land. But anyway, that's petty, so I don't want to do that. All right, so here's the other one. I haven't quite finished it yet. I just made a pile of dirt. This is just a traditional dirt hole with a mouse kill squeak. I've got Soul Taker and Windwalker on it, and I put a little bit of Predator Lure by Dunlop. Can't remember what it's called at the moment, but I'm going to spread out that fresh clay right there. Fresh clay is about as close to waxed dirt as you can get. It repels water like you wouldn't believe. It is covered with waxed dirt right now, but I'll sprinkle some of that on there to just to make it look a little bit more like everything else. We're supposed to get warm again, so I'm not too worried about there not being snow or anything. All right, well, that's like 3 minutes of me talking. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow morning with a dog. Good morning, everybody. Let's see here. What are we on? January 16th. Happy birthday, Aaron and Dave, my brother and his oldest son. We're out here checking real quick. Obviously, we're taking the Jeep for the check, only because I'm working today and it's quite a bit faster than it is walking around this farm. So, I'm glad you're here. So far, we've had a whole lot of nothing. I apologize for the bouncing, but we're driving through a cornfield. What can you do? All right, guys, I'll bring you back if there's something on the line. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, everybody. It's January 17th. Today is the last day of the short line. We're going to go out and do our final check for this installment, if you will. It poured down rain yesterday and last night, so I'm thinking it's going to be a miracle if we catch anything, but we'll see. We're going to pull everything. We're going to pull all the traps, bring them all back to the house, get everything washed back up and de-scented. And next time I have a period of time at home, we'll start the new short line. Take number 3, I guess it'll be. So appreciate you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And hopefully we'll see something out here on the line today. Well, I've already checked 4 traps. This is the 4th one. But I had a pull out or something. I don't know what it was. Oddly enough, they didn't mess too much with the dirt hole. It's not really there. But they definitely pulled the trap and sprung it off. So who knows? I don't see any visible tracks because of the pouring down rain, but I'm guessing it was either possum or raccoon. But there's a little bit of fur in there. When I get a closer look at it, we'll see what it is. So, all right, turn you on again when we get somewhere else. Well, 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 look at here. We have us a big old white possum. He's about as white as I've ever seen around here, and he is cranky. And he's a big boy. He is cranky. Let me get him out of here. I don't usually do anything with possum. I usually let him go. So this guy here, he's got to go lick his mud off of him. He's a dirty bird. So, all right, guys, we'll talk to you later. And I tried already to release him, tried stepping on the trap, and he bit my boot. So I gotta get a forked stick and hold him down and take the trap off of him, because he darn near bit through my boot. So he didn't play dead, I'll tell you that much. All right, guys, here we go. Appreciate you watching. At least we got a possum. Well, it's just been a rough day through and through. I presume it was frozen and something was walking right on the trap. Whatever it was, it dug out all the good stuff. There are some tracks here. Oh, I almost knocked myself in the head. And if I didn't know better, I'd say, it's hard to see unless you're at the right angle, but sure looks like a possum to me. So I imagine we got hoodwinked by old possum. So that's all right. We'll get him next time. Well, aside from my buddy Mr. Possum, it's been a dull, dead check. There hasn't been anything. So anyway, I decided, you know what, it's perfect. It's the middle of January. I'm going to go look for some sheds. And I started walking down here into the swamp. Man, I tell you, every time I'm down here, I find the most amazing deer runs. Let me show you the one I'm looking at, and then I'll show you what I found on the deer run. I just went through, I should have recorded it, but I just found a place where a buck was scraping, or I'm sorry, where he's rubbing. Unbelievable. Huge, huge trees up real high. So I know there's a big buck out here. I mean, who am I kidding? I've got all kinds of them on trail cam. They're nocturnal. I don't know what to do about it. So anyway, let me show you what I found. Now, this is a pretty amazing trail. It actually splits off in about 5 different ways. Everywhere you go, it splits into another place. But we are down in the thick of this swamp. And this trail is something else. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. Right along the edge of the drainage. So there's the drain, and this trail just follows it. But as I'm walking along, I just found this. And I do see some tracks. I'm not sure what the heck they are because of the rain. I mean, that could be an old deer track for all I know. But there's definitely something going on. I'm starting to wonder, based on what I'm seeing around here, if that's a rabbit. It's very possible. So it looks like there might be hair stuck to the edge there. But anyway, I'm going to frog around out here, see what else I can find. But man, it is just a thick tangle down in this swamp. Any ideas about sheds, guys? If you know anything about shed hunting and you got some tips on where to look, let me know. I'd like to find some. Hey everybody, I'm not sure what happened to the sound, but for some reason, when I recorded this segment, the sound did not come through. So this is a video from January 18th, and I had left a couple of traps out the night before, and I'm on my way to work, so... Well, we did have a pull-out. I stuck it back in the ground just to show you. One of these Freedom brands, that lever was not... When they pulled the handle, that lever was not fully, on the toggle. So they got to play with that trap and probably ended up setting it off with their hand not in it. I guess I call it a pull-out. Anyway, nothing too exciting. Moving on. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hey, if you have not subscribed yet, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button? I appreciate it. It helps me out. Doesn't cost you anything. I'm driving. I'm on my way back to work. So if you have not liked and left a comment, please do that. And I'll see you guys soon.